Good morning, folks. You're tuned to Car Connection, where the coffee's strong, the stories are real, and the wrenches, they never stop turning. I'm your host, Niall Motormouth Jenkins, coming to you from the Car Connection Workshop, where the smell of fresh oil and a little elbow grease is all part of our balanced breakfast. Around here, we don't just talk cars, we live them. Whether it's a 25-year-old Jeep Wrangler getting a second chance at life, or a Nissan Rogue getting its brakes back in order, or perhaps even a mystery leak that's got everyone scratching their heads. This is where we roll up our sleeves, get it done with a little wit, a little wisdom, and a whole lot of fun. The Car Connection isn't just about nuts, bolts, and diagnostics. It's about connection. Connection to our vehicles, to the people who drive them, and to the community that keeps Niagara rolling. Because when you fix a car, you're not just turning a wrench, you're restoring someone's confidence, freedom, and maybe even their sanity. We're here every week, Monday through Saturday, for Motormouth's Morning Drive at 8 a.m., helping you keep your ride safe, reliable, ready for whatever road lies ahead. So whether you're a weekend wrencher, daily commuter, or someone who just wants to understand what that strange rattle really means, stick around for shop talk, expert advice, a few good laughs, and maybe even a flashback story or two. Well, good morning to you. Welcome to Motormouth's Morning Drive here on Hump Day. It's Wednesday. If you're just scooting through the drive-thru, make sure you double flip-dipple check your order. It is Wednesday of a long weekend coming up in Canada, celebrating Victoria Day weekend. Queen Victoria's birthday is my understanding after all these years. So we got lots to talk about. This is the first launch weekend where everyone opens the cottage, gets the trailer open and running, and everybody kind of scrambles to get there for the first long weekend of the summer, and they forget about stuff. The car. So we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. Get your morning beverage lined up. If you're joining us for the very first time, we enjoy a swiggy together. We count it down, 3, 2, 1, and enjoy our morning beverage. And we'll have the daily weather coming up as well in just a few moments. Thank you to our good certified financial planning professionals keeping us on track with our finances. If you have questions, I'll tell you, Tony Miele and Larry Tetro, they will definitely have answers. With 50 years experience as fiduciaries, tap into their wealth of knowledge, friends. They've been my financial planners for over 20 years, and I call them my brothers from other mothers because I can always reach out and ask a question before you do it. So ask before you do. So if you'd like to tap into their knowledge, here's how you can do it. Just connect with Tony or Larry and let them know that you're a Car Connection listener, and you'll get that discovery meeting, the 1-hour discovery meeting at absolutely no cost or obligation to you whatsoever. So put your wallet away, put your purse away, get that hour and a coffee discovery meeting, get your answers to your questions, whether it's investment portfolio, you're carrying a ton of debt that's weighing you down, you don't have an estate plan, you have nothing put together to make sure that your kids are taken care of should something happen, and your family that you leave behind. Mortgages, I don't do bank mortgages anymore. I haven't for about 15 years. The rates are great, and dealing with the ladies in the mortgage department out in Winnipeg, you have a question, you send it out to them, they get back to you right away. Life insurance, critical illness insurance, all those questions can be answered and answered correctly with knowledge. So take advantage of that. So we want to thank Tony and Larry this morning for making the morning swiggy available to you. So let's get that done and move on, because we've got a short shift today. Lots of things happening in a very short time to get there. As soon as this weather bucks up and we can get to 62 to 65 degrees Fahrenheit every day, we can then run the 30-day fuel savings challenge that is capable of putting $100 a month in fuel savings back in your pocket. Would that excite you? Let me know in the comments if that would get you excited. So on 3, 2, 1, we have our Swiggy. Don't forget to get your 16-pack of Crayola crayons, a nicely pressed leaf bag, which is our Car Connection laptop, so that you can take some notes this morning. So if you have a co-pilot, hand them over the goodies so they can take notes. But if you can't, all our podcasts, if you want to listen, re-listen, and share our podcast with others, we are on all platforms: Amazon, Apple, Spotify, Podbean, and the like. So wherever you're pulling your podcast from, type in the search box Car Connection Workshop. Car Connection Workshop, and you'll find us. All the podcasts immediately populate to our YouTube channel. So the biggest tool box we have with the biggest drawer is the one where all the information is. So everything we talk about lives at our website, and it is the biggest drawer in our toolbox. So when you get to the home page at carconnectionbusinessnetwork.com, there's a number of things you'll see. So if you're joining us for the first time, this is new to you. So homepage, all the logos are there for our Car Connection recommended businesses and our program partners that make this podcast and our YouTube channel work right now. So we're truly grateful for them as they migrated over from when we switched from radio after 31 years over to digital. So Car Connection now with more ways to watch, listen, and engage. Forgive me for my voice today. I think I have some kind of springness going on. So I'm dealing with that. So thank you. Just think about me, would you? Top right-hand corner of our homepage, all the platforms we're involved with. If you haven't signed up for our YouTube channel, you're missing out on a lot of basic fundamentals that you can learn on how you can keep your vehicle long-term. So if long-term is of interest to you, mileage means nothing. As long as you're maintaining that vehicle and the structural integrity stays solid, you can keep going, partner. Yes, you can. You can keep going, folks, and just take care of it. That's it. So sign up for our YouTube videos. We have over almost 400 pieces of information there for you to sift through. There's shorts, there's videos, they're all our podcasts. We're almost ready to launch into season 2 already. Are we in season 2? Yes, no, season 3. Holy smokes. Episode 163 today. So we're almost, I didn't realize that. I'm thinking season 2. No, we are in season 2. We're heading for season 3. So don't miss out on any of that. All the podcasts are there. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and our iHeartRadio link is there. So you can click right there. We have an online store where you can purchase Car Connection Motormouth merch. All proceeds go to Total Freedom Addiction Campuses, Canada and USA, helping those that are ready to say goodbye to that addiction and get a new life. That's what they do at Total Freedom Addiction Campuses, Canada and USA. So when you purchase something in our online store that's put together by Freedom Expression, so you purchase what you like, size, color, the whole 9 yards, pay for it securely. They ship it directly to your door. How cool is that? And know that you're helping those that are ready to say goodbye to their addiction. So from Skippy and I, thank you for doing that. We have to, it's so important that we reach out and do what we can do to help others. Because when you take your eyes off yourself, great things happen. So you ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Amazingly good this morning. I needed that. Yeah. Something's trying to attach itself to me, but it's not going to happen. I don't have time for that. You ever say that to yourself? Like, I just don't have time for this. Exactly. Well, let's take a look at our daily weather and see what's going on there. We thank Earl and Louise Grant at City Auto Sales and Leasing, Greater Toronto Area's premier pre-owned auto store. So if you're looking for a vehicle, they provide low mileage quality vehicles at fair prices. If you are looking for something specific, they don't have it, just let them know what you're looking for. Because Earl and Louise, they're car guys. They got 25 years experience and the resources to source vehicles fantastic vehicle. So if the vehicle you're looking for pre-owned is out there and it's any good, Earl and Louise can find it. They don't sell any junk there whatsoever. Absolutely. So you can buy with confidence and be treated with nothing less than honesty and integrity. So thanks, Earl and Louise Grant, for bringing today's weather to us. Here it is, babies. My friends, it's raining again here on the south shore of Lake Erie in the Niagara regions. 52 degrees and raining. Yes, it is. I just had to go to the curb. It's curb day today, and I got drenched. Wind is making it feel cooler, about 41 degrees. Windy conditions from 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. with mostly cloudy conditions expected around 6 p.m. today. Temperature range is from 45 to 58 and feels more like 36 to 52. See what I'm saying? We need to get to 62 to 65 to run the 30-day fuel savings challenge that's going to put some money back in your pocket. What do we got for RAIN? Moisture, precipitation, 0.15 of an inch. I think we just got that in the last 5 minutes. So anyways, that's what we've got. We'll have to wait and see what we get for tomorrow with the long weekend creeping up on us. Wow. Excuse me. Man, that's annoying, for Pete's sake. All right, let's jump into our topic today, shall we? You ready for it? And it's fitting because we do have the first long weekend of the summer kicking in, and we get busy. And is everything packed? We're heading to the cottage, heading to the summer trailer, and getting everything cracked open again. And all the summer schedules get changed to make time to get to the cottage or to the trailer or maybe your favorite campsite, wherever that may be, that vacation destination. We want to get you there safe and secure. So let's jump right into it. Are you ready? Is this morning's topic. Are you ready to do what needs to be done to kick your summer into high gear? Because just think about it. In just a few short weeks, the kids are out of school. Hey, Mama, things change, don't they? Schedules and how much work, extra work you have to do to keep those kids under control, not out of control, and keep their minds occupied and keep them out of danger. Yeah, there's this is the weekend where it all kicks off. And I'm hoping we can see some fireworks. I haven't watched fireworks for quite some time. And I would like to see some fireworks, but it's all going to be dependent on the weather, right? Yeah, and you know what will happen? This is the Canadian long weekend. Next weekend's the American long weekend, which is May 2-4, specifically. We have May 17th. It just doesn't seem right, man. May 2-4 is next week. So here's what I've noticed over the years. Maybe you can put that in the comments if you've noticed the same thing. When it's the Canadian long weekend, it sucks. When it's the American long weekend, it's beautiful, blue skies, and sunshine. Am I the only one that notices that pattern? Really? Let me know in the comments. I got to know who's with me on this one. All right, are you ready to do what's needed to be done to get your summer kicked off? But there's one thing that most of you tend to forget: the car. How is it going to do on that first journey to your vacation destination spot? That's what happens. And here's what would happen if it actually turned out to be a sunny weekend. About 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the shop phone would go into Chernobyl meltdown. People just realizing, whoa, we get out of work early tomorrow. It's long weekend. Oh, we're heading to the cottage. We're heading to the trailer. And the air conditioning's not working. Now, I don't know if that's going to be a challenge for this weekend, but getting the car ready for the road, friends, is just doing some of the basics. So I'm going to run through some of the basics and get your mind steered in the right direction, because there's still time to get the car looked after before you load it up and take off and have a real nasty weekend. Because there's nothing worse than trip interruptus. Because then whoever's in the car with you, fella, you're the man at that point. And you had better be the man that solves the problem very quickly. So here we go. You're getting ready to hit the road. That's number one. I got it's another 5-step pattern for you. You're getting ready to hit the road. Number two, pre-trip, yes or no? So that's a question for you, fellettes. So if you're traveling on your own, mama, be careful out there and make sure that your vehicle gets a once-over before you take off. Pre-trip for the ladies, they'll get it done. It's the guys. I know, it's the fellas. Honey, you better get the car in the shop. Yeah, I know. I got to give him a call. Oh, you haven't even called? Oh, I'm getting it done today. No, he won't. Here's the problem. Hardly anyone pre-trips or at least regularly checks their vehicle. Because this is the thing, and this is what I'm trying to teach you, is our FJ Cruiser, the 07, I'm waiting for disc brake rotors. Everything else has arrived. And thank you to the team at Napa, came to the forefront and covered the calipers and the pads under warranty 100%. So thank you to the team at Port Colborne, Napa. Great team of fellas up there and fellettes. Great people to deal with. And so that's all taken care of. They got that down here to the shop ASAP. And the rotors are coming from out of town. I got those covered under warranty as well. And how cool is that? I didn't expect that whatsoever, but it all came through. And you know what? That's a huge blessing. So we're going to get the brakes back on the 2007 FJ Cruiser. You have to watch the videos on that. Since the last brake job, it never really stopped correct. I shouldn't say never really. It did not have the braking performance it had before I did the brakes. And we chalked it up to ceramic brake pads. And it turns out only the calipers were working. Half of them were working. So out of 4 pistons in the front brake calipers, only 2 have been working right from day one. So that's the reason behind. I really didn't feel the vehicle was behaving the way it was prior to. So I've just got the rear of the vehicle to do, and then it's ready for the whole summer. That's where I'm going with this. The evaluation under the hood is all done. Everything's corrected. You can watch all the videos on that, how I evaluate, what I'm looking for, why I'm changing components, what it is, where it is, how it works, how it breaks, and what could you learn to take better care of your vehicle. Just some of the basic fundamentals will really save you a lot of stress, a lot of headaches, and a lot of cash. So if that's of interest to you, this is where you need to park every day. Because what I talk about on podcast is not on the YouTube channel. What I do on the YouTube channel is not here on the podcast. But if you combine both, you got the best of both worlds. And it doesn't matter your age, your size, your dimensions, your weight, nothing. That doesn't matter. What matters is what's upstairs, what you got in the cranium. So that's how I get my vehicle ready for summer, and that's the way I like to keep it all year round. So if you need to trek out of town, quickly get out of Dodge for whatever reason, there isn't this phobia, can the vehicle make it? It removes all that stress because the vehicle's ready to go at a moment's notice. Do you know how much peace of mind you get? You can't put a price tag on peace of mind. You just simply can't. So if your vehicle's constantly being maintained and watched over, then taking off like this weekend, getting it loaded up and going, there's only a few things you need to do and you're out of there. You don't have to get it in the shop and this is a challenge, service light's on, it's been on for the last 6-7 months. All that stuff gives you stress. So pre-tripping, fellas, yes or no, you have to answer that. For me, it's a yes. So what does that mean? It means that I'm having a quick look around the vehicle and checking stuff, not just opening the hood and going, yeah, it's all in there. No, a little more than that. We need to check all the fluids, look around, and have a look. If you can't do it, this is what you're going to get your tech to do. Tire pressures all the way around. Spare tire. Have a quick look at the belts, the hoses, fluids. Am I leaking any fluids that are flammable? Then you've got to get that fixed, because on today's vehicles with all the plastic, fire breaks out, the car's done in about 8 minutes. It is not going to be rescued. It's over. So that's what you got to keep in mind. All that plastic is petroleum. It's basically gasoline once a fire starts, and it takes off very quickly. So fluid leaks, a must to fix. What else are we going to look at? We're going to check and make sure that the spare tire is pumped up and that you have your tools and equipment in the trunk. So if you had to change it on your own, you could do it. And you want to make sure that the motor oil is in good tip-top condition. And if it looks like it should be changed, then it should be changed. A fresh oil change before a road trip is not a bad idea. Getting it booked in, and let the techs know that, hey, I'm heading out of town. And I would just say, we got it. You're going on a trip. We will pre-trip your vehicle to make sure that everything is as it should be. So, fellas, you put a check mark in that box. Pre-trip, question mark, yes or no. Number 3, or are you going to take a chance? Oh, yeah, honey, she should be good. Well, if it isn't, your name's going to be changed to mud, mister. When they're on the side of the road and it's going to be 4 hours for a flatbed, they're going to be popular in the wrong way. Number 4, it's better to be, here's a case right now where it's better to be in the know than the unknown, especially heading on a road trip. Being in the know means that you know the vehicle's prepared, it's ready to hit the road, and there should be no surprises. I mean, none of us have a crystal ball in the workshop. We do have magic wands. Yeah, it's called a yardstick. It gets people to do things immediately. I don't know how that works. It has something to do with my schooling. Anyways, we're going to check everything over for you, and then when the car goes out the door, we've reduced the percentage of that vehicle to break down on you. So if we can do that, we're in the battle. We're going to win it. There's a good chance everything will be just fine. And here's where I like to compare our vehicles on long weekends and vacations. You have an airplane, not a car. Are you going to do a pre-inspection sheet before you take off? Or are you just going to go, yeah, she's running, speed goes up, speed goes down, check the fuel mix, flaps are working, but you haven't done a pre-checklist. You haven't gone through the before I take off the runway checklist that's written out for you. Do you know where I'm going with that? That's where our revamped car connection fleet maintenance system, if you're operating our fleet maintenance system, that's your pre-flight checklist right there. Pre-flight checklist is always working for you so that the vehicle is in order. Like I said, that is what will keep you, just like me. All the other vehicles except my own are done. It's actually good that the FJ was the last one into the shop for its spring evaluation, because it's turned out that it needed more work than I even imagined. But I'd rather catch it than not, because to get to my brother-in-law and my sister's cottage, it's for a little stay, it's 6.5 hours of road time. Yeah, it's up there. The grizzly bears, the whole package is there. Mooses, yeah, they actually come right down through the cottage. And look at you. So 6.5 hours of road time means it better be good, right? It better be rock solid. This thing, because a lot of the driving, when you get closer, there's nobody around, friends. Nothing. Absolutely nothing and nobody. You're driving for hours and hours, and there's nothingness. So if you have a problem on the road with your vehicle, you have a problem. So using our fleet maintenance system will prevent that from happening all year round. It doesn't mean there isn't going to be things that need to be taken care of, but if you can reduce the opportunity for that vehicle to do a no-no on you and create trip interruptus, that's what we don't want, right? Right, ladies? The kids are in the car, the dog's in there, the hamster, the gerbil, and maybe even the goldfish somewhere in the load, and you got a boat or whatever, a trailer loaded as well behind the vehicle. Who needs to be on the side of the road, right, Mama? Exactly. So it's better to be in the know than the unknown before heading out on a trip, because the unknown means in your mind you're wondering the entire moment, I hope everything turns out okay and we get there all right. But coming home is just as important too if you've got to get back to work on time, right? So getting back and getting unloaded and getting the kids back off to school and getting ready for work and getting everything unpacked will all be interrupted and detained if you're on the side of the road trying to get home. Not a good idea. Okay, last but not least, number 5. This is another 5-step pattern to when before you leave for a trip, whether it's short or long, doesn't matter. It's another question, which is better, stress or peace of mind? I leave that up to you, because I know what I have, peace of mind. I'm not afraid to drop my butt into any other seat, a vehicle that is already gone through the spring evaluation. Just do a quick tire pressure check, check the fluids quickly, fill up with fuel, and load the vehicle and go. That's it. Except the FJ's a little behind the 8 ball, but you know what? At the end of the day, it's still early in the game for, a quick getaway and having the vehicle ready to go, ready to do it. So travel safe this weekend. Make sure you check road conditions, and remember, there's an extra season at this time of year, construction season. Yeah, you might want to check that in advance so that you can adjust your road plans, where you're going to be traveling. Adjust your map so that you can stay out of the construction, because sometimes you can lose a half a day getting through construction. So be safe out there. Give yourself a lot of time to get away and enjoy your long weekend. If you're heading out on Friday, I'll be here for you. For those who are behind, I'll be my vacation destination for the long weekend is Porch Park and Veranda Beach. That's what I got planned, and get some stuff done. Yeah, I got lots of stuff to do, let me tell you. We got a new series coming up, and that vehicle's got to be brought out of the location where it is and get it over to the shop. And we got to get the FJ Cruiser completely done, and we're getting there. By the end of the day today, things will be looking a whole lot rosier, and getting to the last area of importance, which is the rear brakes, because all the brakes were done all at the same time just 2 years ago. So, and I'm easy on brakes, and I maintain them very, very well. So you get lots of mileage out. I'm not a person to grind my brakes down to nothingness, and we will talk about that as well. That's not a smart idea, is getting the last drop out of the cup, so to speak. So plan plan your strategy and strategize your plan and implement your plan safely. Make sure you have safe gear on board, extra cell charger, some extra gear, and some foodstuffs. Nothing with chocolate or sugar in is a suggestion if you have children. Trail mix without chocolate chunks is a great idea. Make up your own trail mix and make sure you've got lots of water as well so you can stay hydrated. Let people know at the other end when you're arriving and when you've left and when you arrive and what route you're going to be taking. That's what you do when you leave the marina in your boat. That's what you do before you even take off in your airplane, is you make sure that you have that all mapped out in advance and that someone knows when you've left, what route you're taking, and your approximate ETA, and calling the other end to let them know if you got stuck in traffic, you're running behind, just give them a courtesy call. So enjoy your long weekend. If you're escaping for a summer road test trip, this is the one. And be prepared is the last words I'm going to leave with you. Be prepared, and that includes the automobile. Be prepared for just about anything. And if nothing happens, yippee! Exactly. So I will be here for Q&A on Saturday. Get your questions in by this Friday by noon. So if you're joining us for the very first time, that's how we do it. Fun Friday. And at noon hour on Fun Friday is the cutoff time for your questions. I do 3 questions in detail on Saturday morning with Saturday Q&A. And I select those 3 questions from the questions that come in and share them with you Saturday morning. So that's how we do it here in the Car Connection Workshop. That's our Wednesday today, and thank you to the Grimo family at Niagara Block, 5000 Montrose Road, Niagara Falls, building Canada since 1931. Fantastic family to deal with when you have a building project that you need to get started, estimated, and detailed, and ready to build. They have all the blocks, gravel, all that stuff ready to go for you, and even a list of contractors. Check in with Kathy Grimo. She has contractors that she can refer you to. They do hardscape, landscaping materials. They can make you an English walkway, whatever your heart's desire to create that gorgeous, outstanding outdoor space that you've always wanted. They have everything you need and people that can help you at Niagara Block, 5000 Montrose Road, Niagara Falls, building Canada since 1931. Check in with them and let them know what your project is and get them on it, and they'll help you. You've got a great team there. You've got awesome supplies to help you to get it started and finished so that you can enjoy that beautiful project or outdoor living space. So till tomorrow morning, keep it under 100. Drive safe. It's a little wet out there in the Niagara region if you're in our area. It may be hot, sunny, and beautiful where you are. So let us know where you're tuning in from. Leave us a comment. Send me an email. Email is always the same, motormouth.jenkins@gmail.com, and I include all that information readily available to you in the description of our YouTube videos and also in the description for our podcast. So happy, healthy motoring. Peace, patience, and kindness always, and we'll see you in the next one.